Alright, good morning. Happy time zone. Jay, thank you for the sub for 10 months. Hope your day is going well. Hope everybody's day is going well. Happy Friday. It is Friday, right? Saturday. Wow. I thought today was Friday. Today's Saturday. I guess that makes sense why my sister went out. Huh. Oh. Not Friday. Yeah. See, the reason why I thought it was Friday is because I've been watching the TFT Paris Open. And I guess it started yesterday, so it starting yesterday would make sense that it's on a Friday. But I've just, yeah, I've just been watching that in the morning since it's in Paris. Not Friday in Paris either. Well, I'm aware of that. My brain is just dumb. And then I also saw that the Minecraft X GeoGuessr thing just started. So I guess that makes sense that it's Saturday, since that's a Saturday-Sunday thing. I almost didn't stream today because of that, because I could just be watching the TFT thing and then also the Minecraft X GeoGuessr Cup thing. Yeah, I'm watching that, not you. Thank you. Based. It is what it is. You still owe the video? I do. I need to finish that. MK is going to build a house. He has never played a WASD game before this. That is insane. Alrighty. My hair is absolute mess again, but that's fine. I never opened up Live Split. All right. Let's play Preferred real quick and run ads. Had a little bit of dart in it. It wasn't enough. See, it had like a little bit of dart, but it wasn't a true dart, you know? It wasn't like a scorpion carp. It didn't even feel like a tire trout, and it didn't feel like a slime jack. I think that was actually an all-around fish, but it's like on like the slightly higher side, right? Because that was like a really weird jitter to it. That was a really weird jitter. Felt too easy to be catfish. It's probably like the term of like slightly easier than catfish, but it's like harder than. I'm like looking at sandfish and stonefish right now. Maybe midnight carp would actually be a decent guess, but I feel like midnight carp goes up more at the start. Not blue discus. You know what? I'm just gonna throw a sandfish guess out there. All right. So it's any weather, not any season, and probably any time, or it's a weird time because desert fish go away at 6. It's a weird time that they go away at. But it's not any season, so it can't be my stonefish guess as well. It did have like a weird jitter. I'm now like looking more towards super cucumber, I feel like. Like super cucumber would be a fine guess. Same issue. I think it's an anytime fish from the looks of it. I mean, maybe it's a weird morning, but it's part winter summer, or I'm sorry, winter fall. I forget what super cucumber is. No, sea cucumber is fall winter, and super cucumber is summer fall, right? Yeah, it's weird. I always think it's the other way around, but I know they share fall, but I know one's summer fall and one's winter fall. But it's not ocean, so it doesn't matter. It's like whatever. It's probably a river fish. It's either a river or a lake fish, because everything else would be any time, any season, which this is not. But what if it's just like perch? Could be salmon. Honestly, could be salmon. It is not fall. Oh, so it's just perch? It's either perch or summer. And it has to be lake. So it's perch, sturgeon, or a lingcod. Because everything else has, days. Let's go perch because it's winter only. So that means it's lingcod or sturgeon. Actually, no, that means it's well, yeah, it does mean it's lingcod or sturgeon, right? It can't be anything else based off of season. It has to be a summer. It has to be summer winter. Because it's not any season. It's I believe this is summer fall. And then this is not fall. It has to be summer plus winter because this is yellow. So it has to be summer plus winter. It can't just be summer because perch is only winter. So it has to be summer winter, and it has to be lake only, it looks like. Or lake plus cinder sap. So that then it has to be sturgeon or lingcod, right? I don't think there's anything else it can be. It can't be dorado because that's summer only. That was a really weird sturgeon. They're starting only 29 minutes late. That's not bad for a Minecraft event. 29 minutes late. What event is ever on time, though? I'm pretty sure Perch is... Perch is apparently River Town as well, which is crazy. But it's also, like, I know Perch is Pond, which Lingcod is not. Lingcod's River Town as well? That's a lie, right? It doesn't like my VPN. Oh, it is Pelican Town. Oh. Interesting. I didn't realize Lingcod was Pelican Town. So yeah, Lingcod would have been a bad guess because it's not river. So it had to be sturgeon. I thought it was a 50-50, but it was not. As soon as I guessed perch, it could not be Lingcod. I also didn't realize Perch was also River Town. What are we moaning about, huh? That is the wrong... The only fish that is Town River, or yeah, the only fish that's Town River only is Dorado, right? Or I'm sorry, Lake or Forest River only is Dorado, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I guess Glacier Fish. Glacier Fish Dorado. But I do catch goby down there. Even though I'm pretty sure you can catch it with the angler. I thought goby can be caught in town as well. Fun fact, fish don't want to kiss us. I don't want to kiss a fish either, I'm not gonna lie. The only time I would want to kiss a fish is when it's a sushi. That's not kissing. Goby is only on the waterfall in stuff. I thought it was at the waterfall in town as well. Oh, interesting that a curiosity lure helps with the goby. I should keep that in mind. Goby's such a weird fish. Alrighty. Enough stalling. We've done our 15 minutes. Do some parsnip resets. To appease the parsnip gods. My like keyboard and mouse placement just feel off right now, so I'm just constantly adjusting. It's really annoying. Like, or back, or am I like, goodbye my princess? One and 7, by the way. This is the third day in a row. No, I didn't get a first try golden parsnip last stream. It was second try. Okay. Yeah, let's see if I can get my sitting position correct. Definitely. Shit, I went early. My phone's... I've been playing weird where I've been playing with my mouse much farther away from me than my keyboard. Surely we just sell 3 daffodils. I wouldn't say it's bad ergonomics. My left elbow, which is my keyboard hand, is resting on the armchair, where my right hand is kind of farther forward, so I can rest my entire hand on the desk. Because I'm not somebody who has like their arm raised while holding the mouse. Like basically everything up until my wrist lays on the table, and then I just move. I just move my hand. So the keyboard is like closer to the edge of the desk because I'm using the arm or the arm of the chair for support, where my mouse hand is farther away from the edge of the desk because I'm using the entire table to support my hand. Or I guess my forearm, actually what it's supporting. I actually generally use a decently high DPI compared to most, I'm pretty sure, because I don't actually move my hand that much. Not the highest, but I would have to look. I don't actually know the numbers. Because it's DPI and like mouse cursor speed or something. The actual better thing is like what your like actual mouse cursor speed is. It's above 800, yeah. I want to say it's like 1600 with like the, I believe it's 8 on the Windows mouse speed. I don't really know what that translates to. It's not crazy high, but I don't really move my hand much. Above average, but not by much, be my guess. Multiple people have enough, but no one will ever do it because they save that many points in the first place. That was my PC. I'm just bringing up my mouse program to see what my DPI is. Okay, actually, it's only 1,000. Looking at the program. The reason I was switching between two was because I was using a weird sense for a little bit. Or like if I press my DPI button, it switches between 1,000 and like 6,400. And the reason for that was because Minecraft running. I kind of need that TV. It's a custom-made macro. Oh. It's actually instilled into my auto hotkey script to bind all the keys to the same button for animation canceling. So it's literally just yeah, I know it's on the higher end because I know people like use their entire mouse pad to drag their mouse to do a 360, where I have a relatively small mouse pad and I don't even use the entire thing of it. Now, it's a different button that's a part of the script. It just is in a different section. The only time that the script runs is when I press and. It's just to save file size or like space, so I don't have to open up two separate macros when I start running. I don't want to open up two files when I can condense it into one easily. So it's just in the same thing. It's just two different lines. I think in the money video, my line for the parsnips was saying I plant the parsnips normally this time and not in some schizo way. I called this parsnip layout schizo. I'm pretty sure somebody just finished that in my, I mean, it's hard to say. How much money do you need to complete Joja membership and get all the walnuts from the Joja bird and buy perfection waivers from Fizz? Well, the hard part is are you trying to do minimum perfection to buy all the Joja waivers? Or are you allowing yourself to like, oh, I just sell an item here or there, and then I get a few percentage points, you know? Because there's a huge difference between that. Because the answer to that first one is Blade's done that, or the way that I just said it, with the very, like, you have to buy every single perfection waiver possible. Blade actually did that. I don't actually know how many years it took him. But it was definitely more than 2. A lot more. On the other flip side, where you're just like, no, I don't really care. You can sell anything and make the money however long you want. I'm pretty sure he finished it. Yeah. Because he did that, and then he got perfection on top of that. But the answer to the other, like, oh, how much does it take to make, what is it? It's like 150,000 for Joja, and then 1 million for the Joja parrot, roughly, and then another 50 million for perfection. So you're asking how long does it take to gain what? Like, basically 51 million gold in this game? You can earn 51 million gold, like, easily by the end of summer year 1, if you wanted to. without using a previous money exploit strategy known as fish farm manipping. Fish farm manipping, which you could do on previous patches that it patched out. I'm pretty sure somebody in my Twitch chat did it recently, where they did it by like basically the start of summer year 1. Earning 50 million gold is not actually that much money. But yeah, if you're being very discreet about like having to make every or buying every last perfection waiver that you possibly can, I mean, Blade's done it. I'm probably gonna be wildly off with this answer, but it was probably around what, like 20 in-game years of sleeping, due to how long it took to get the Walnut Room open, and then you still had to make the money. It was definitely more than 20. Yeah, because he ended up on like year 150, right? Or some bullshit. Like, it definitely took him closer to fucking like 80, 90 years of in-game time. Because you have to be so specific about it. Year 110, yeah. You have to be so specific. I know it took him a few extra years because of how he was doing perfection at the very end. So it took longer than normal, but it still took 100 years. Or just a parsnip enjoyer. Or just a farmer who really enjoys their parsnips. Morning, Ellie. I'm surprised you're here and not watching the the Minecraft X Joja GeoGuessr thing that's going on. I almost didn't stream because of it. Perks is not in. I'm too heartbroken. Sag. I wasn't like too invested into it as well. Like, I didn't really watch any of the practice on like the mid-offs, so it's like if I was invested in the practice as well, I probably wouldn't have streamed, but I wasn't too invested in the practice. Spot 1. I mean, today's like the Geo or the Minecraft side of it, so it's like it would still be an interesting watch, but I don't know if I would actually watch the GeoGuessr side, because it's like I'm a dumb American. I don't know what's going on. Geography? What's that? Here in North America, we got America, Canada, and Mexico. That's all I need to know. Did I get a Mexi hole? I think I was supposed to. Oh, I know why. Yeah, I'm doing it afterwards. I don't care. I'll lose time here. I'm stupid. Okay, the reason I had to think about it was I was going to make a bad joke about both Canada and Mexico, about just calling them America American North and America South. But I felt like that was too bad, so I just actually said the normal names. How dare you, sir? Yeah, because it's not true, obviously. But that's the entire joke about being a dumb American at the same time. Fred lately? Yeah, I mean, the joke. That's why I decided to just not say it instead. So the entire punchline kind of just didn't happen. I mean, I know it's Mexico, but I just said it. Mexico. Quit longer incoming. Oh no. Linus is such a nice guy. He just destroyed the leak I wanted. GeoGuessr is interesting at the competitive level because it really is just, well, I mean, like, it really just is like a meta read and like, oh, this means this and this means this. So it's literally just memorization. So it's like, in that aspect, it just feels like school again. And it's like, I don't really care to memorize, like, oh man, if you see a car that looks like this, it's this. You know, it's like, it's interesting in concept, but I feel like it's just really boring when you like actually start doing it. At least like that's how I feel about it. Science charts. Okay, that's different. I'm memorizing one thing and basically using a cheat sheet to do it. Where these people are literally, like, how many countries are there in the US? Or not in the US, in the world. America moment. Like, it's such a big thing, and then there's so many like, oh, but it, like, these two things are the same thing, but if it's this, then it's this, but if it's this, then it's this. One, sir. You know, it's a lot more memorization than it is for me to remember Minds charts. That I still literally had a chart on my like right monitor helping me memorize or quote unquote know the thing. So it's like the difference is literally, oh, I'm allowed to go into the test with a huge post-it note that can have all the answers on it, when these GeoGuessr pros are doing a test that is 30 times harder than mine without one. Like, it's a different league of memorization in that regards. Which is fine. It's a different skill set. It's a different game. I just find that type of skill set boring. Or, like, not fun to do myself. I think it's very interesting to watch and to see, like, oh my god, these people are actually insane with how fast they can do it. But that's just like a general statement. It's the main reason people like watching sports, because they like watching people who are better than them. And it's like, holy shit, these people are insane. But it's not something I would ever want to do myself. Green bean, potato, cauliflower, kale, green potato, cauliflower. I low-key want to reset because I got quality crops. I have to go to the bathroom, and I really fucked up the early game, but... whatever. I'll get one more. It's fine. Alright. Good, it's only been 10 minutes. Yeah, I know. But I gotta go potty. Because I forgot to go before I started. And I messed up the start. Okay, I'm restarting. I forgot that I picked up this book. Surely me resetting here, I'm gonna look just because I like to torture myself. Surely I don't just look here and I see that I just reset a perfectly good book run. No, we're checking. I have to check. It's too late. It's too funny otherwise. It would have been like 4th try artful at best. Those don't count. Those don't count. I love how I got all the books I needed in year 1, but I can't buy them in year 1. Combat Quarterly. So if there's a Baden Bobber book in any of the remaining year 2 and year 3 checks, it's over. Woodcutter Weekly. Woodcutter Weekly. Mining Monthly. Woodcutter Weekly. Alright, well, I'm about to head out. The run would have been hard. With the combat book this late, though, it would have been hard to run anyways. Like, looking at it, it's like a winter 21st. This book is extremely late, so I wouldn't have Monster Musk for literally basically the first month of quests. So even if I got Danger in the Deep and Skull Cavern Invasion, I just don't have the Monster Musk to be able to do it. Right? So it's like, I can complain and be like, oh man, I got the books, but... Or I would have had the books. Enchants were also looking really scuffed. But I had like the worst community center pantry bundles I could get with quality crops, and then on top of that, I don't know how the rest of the bundles looked. So while that run technically had the books, it would have been a hard run other anyways, which I'm like content not playing. And honestly, I'd rather reset a run like that because it's like 2 minutes into the run. Because it's like, oh, I just want to go to the bathroom instead, than actually have to play it and then like midway through the run realize, oh, this run has a chance of continuing, and then throw the run to something else because I'm still not like practiced enough. Because now I can just get a shitty run that doesn't have books. Practice on that run. Or the mentality, you know? Because realistically, it sounds bad, but I'm really not looking to get a run before I leave to go visit my parents. I'd rather just have like runs die to books and like get good practice in. I'm here Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I guess I'm technically here Wednesday. I don't leave it till later. I still probably won't stream on Wednesday. There you go, no snips for me. I mean, I got the gold parsnip on the first snip. Or, yeah. No, I got it on the first, and then I reset, and then got it again on the second, right? Because I had fish tank today. I've had a fish tank and a garden bundle today. Makes sense. Yeah, honestly, I'm probably gonna get punished. We're probably not gonna get a run for the remainder of the day because I just decided to quit out on the one good parsnip garden bundle run just because I had to go to the bathroom and I didn't like the start because I forgot to hoe the stuff in the morning, or hoe the tiles in the morning. which is honestly a mistake I should never make, but early into the run. Not like I couldn't just like pause the game to go to the bathroom as well. So realistically, the frustration was literally just coming from the early game time loss. $14. I have 5 pieces of coal. You know, the fact that I got a silver quality spot actually means I should be able to determine which side of 14 the RNG is more towards. I really wanted to be really specific about it. That said, I don't remember what spot I got the silver quality on, so I won't really be able to utilize it. I coughed because I was trying to stop myself from sneezing, and then I just sneezed anyways. It was like the weirdest situation that I put myself through for no reason. If somebody tells me what spot I got the silver quality on, then I could actually just do it, but I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Bottom left near the middle, but closer to the corner. Bottom left near the middle, but closer to the corner. So of the little slanted smiley face, or the Cyclops smiley face, so like the one dot is the eye. It is the bottom right one of the two at the very bottom. Silver was the rightmost of the string of 4. Okay, well, I have 2 different spots, and I'm gonna believe that because that is the easier way of putting it. It was the rightmost of the string of 4. Okay. So spot 8. Which is 0.89. So it is closer to the left side. Okay, cool. Hopefully I didn't miss a leak as I was autopiloting there, and hopefully we don't need a leak for the community center, because otherwise this run's dead. I mean, you just look at the number of parsnips next to each other. You got the 3 at the top, you have the 3 at the top left, and then you have the string of 4. And then the bottom right is a little annoying, but you have the singleton, and then you have the up down one and left and right one. Easier to classify. Well, you have the top middle 3. You have the little weird like bent 3 at the top left. You have the 4 in a row under it. You have the singleton that is just all by itself, and then the up and down one to the right of the singleton, and the left and I'm fucking. I need to like stop fucking rolling. Like there's just no reason. There's just no reason. Because I have to explain stupidity. mean, I can fix it. Not a good run. Okay, I mean, that kills the run, so. I am just going to see if a leak spawned. I'm not, I'm not going out of my way for it, but. No leak is what it is. I was just hoping the leak would get replaced by the spring onion. It's low odds, but it can happen. It didn't select the right farm type. Middle, top 3. Up, down, singleton, left, right. Left triple, 4 of a kind. I understand if like the bottom 5 are hard to explain because they are a bit weird, but the other 10 are like should always be explainable. I would probably have to send I would have to send a picture of the thing to V because I don't think my spot numbers are public. It is not. The only 3 spots that are in order are 13, 14, 15. But these top 3 spots, this is 5, 3, 6. This middle right spot right here is spot 1. The only thing that matters with the harvesting order is the fact that you harvest 14, 15 last. The rest you can harvest in any order. uh, 1 in 7 about. What's the likelihood of a golden parsnip? Like slightly higher than 15%. first 13 spots are all 1% chances, and then the last two is slightly higher than 1% chances because I'm farming level 1 when I harvest those. I think they're technically 3% chances, so you get 13 1% chances and 2 3% chances. I do get less info from the last two. Well, it's not necessarily less info because the ranges are actually quite wide. And I specifically chose those last two spots because of the book ranges that I looked at were wider than normal. So even though they're technically wider, I still can extrapolate basically the same info after 1 or 2 book checks. Basically, the first days that I check books on those 14 and 15 are essentially, if a book shows up, I know it's on this side of the RNG. If the book doesn't show up, I know it's on this side of the RNG. And then after that, I can figure it out. Is basically how it works. It's just a larger range that I have to narrow down. But it's still easy to narrow it down quite quickly after 1-2 checks max. I'm fine, but I'm making too many mistakes. Kinda just like not been focused whatsoever today, I guess. Happens, but sucks. Hazel's not gonna like it in 2 weeks when it's just me and her alone. Especially when I'm doing real runs. Just before I can give her a lot of attention. But during the practice, but during real runs. To be hated. Dog. Brittany will be gone, who is my sister. We're basically taking turns. I'm going essentially the week before Christmas to my parents, and then my sister's gonna go the week after. Because of Hazel. It'd be too annoying to get her to travel, especially with her recent tendencies of like enjoying to bark at people. The enchantment to Galaxy Sword. What is the highest sword you can make? I mean, infinity, whatever the level of the infinity blade is. Do you need anything for the raid? I hope your stream went well. I don't know. I don't use swords. Every perfection run, I just delete the Galaxy Sword because it's basically immediately replaced by the Galaxy Hammer, which is just a better weapon. I just don't use swords. I only use daggers and clubs for the most part. That is a crazy raid message. I love it. I assume it's just whatever the max level of the Infinity Blade is, because it's the highest sword level, I would assume. I could be wrong. I don't know what the Dragon's Tooth Cutlass is. But I would assume it would be higher. I love that that's not the same quality. No, look, man, we're doing perfection speedruns. Finally done with practice and are doing real runs. That said, I haven't been playing well today, so we're kind of just... we're here. We're existing. It is what it is. Getting quality forge, which is really annoying for the inventory. I know the quality sells for more, so I shouldn't do that, but since the inventory is so annoying, I'm just doing it anyways. There's actually not much of a reason for me to pick those up. I'll already have more than enough money. Alright, well, hopefully we can just get garden bundle here, but I feel like we're overdue for animal bundle. I don't think I've actually got an animal bundle yet. Out of all my resets, it's either been fish farm or garden. Unfortunately. I need to stop yawning. To be fair, this is just deserved for the two early fuck ups on my end, where I just reset for fun. You know, for a fact, I'm just not gonna get another shot at today because of that. We'll just reset parsnips for like 2 more hours and see maybe 1 or 2 more gold quality crops, and none of them will be garden bundle. Just because I was too greedy to accept the bad first split. On my ears. I feel like it's my headset causing my ear to be annoying. I mean, it's not like we're low rolling gold parsnips, to be fair. I've gotten more gold parsnips today than the average amount of resets that I've done. Like, I've gotten what? Is it 3 or 4 gold parsnips? 4. I've gotten 2 fish farm, 2 gardens today. And there's no way I've reset more than 28 times. We're actually doing pretty well on high roll for gold parsnips. It's just unfortunate that the 2 runs that I actually got the garden bundles on was the 2 runs that I decided to do a little bit of trolling. Fine. Next gold parsnip I get, next gold parsnip, I realistically just need to lock in. Just play, stop reading chat, focus, do my thing. That so is just that though. Default farmer. Hey, Sunshine. Happy Saturday. Pot 7. Piece of coal. Never mind. Linus. I get 2 silver quality. Run is cooked on Forge. I'll need a replacement. And okay, we're fine. Walking down more. I'll get a spring onion later if I have to. I mean, if it keeps with the pattern, this one should be garden, but... quality anyways. Unfortunate. 3 fish farms, 2 gardens today. Oh man, I don't know. I wish I didn't throw the first 2 runs because now I definitely just feel mentally out of it today. Now, It wasn't even obvious on the first 2 runs, but after throwing those, it's just like, I don't care at this point. It's basically just, it's so depressing. And the very first run books were actually good enough, but I reset that one for a different reason. Actually, now that I think about it, I've actually only gotten 1 garden bundle today. The other one that I keep thinking I got a gold or garden bundle that I threw to was the run where I didn't throw, but I just didn't get a leak. I technically threw because I forgot to read the mail, but I was just gonna play it anyways. And then I didn't get a leak for the thing, and for whatever reason, my mind is telling me that I got a garden bundle there, but in reality, I didn't. I've only got a 1 garden bundle today, actually. But it's like my mind is saying I threw that run purely because I forgot to read the mail. But in reality, I was going to play it, but I couldn't play it because I literally didn't have a leak to do the bundle. The Ruby Tuxedo, thank you for the tier 1. I hope your day is going well. Thank you for support. Appreciate it. If I don't actually get a run, I probably won't stream for that long here. I'm just like, I can tell. Like right now, the feeling that I feel right now is like the feeling of after like a depressing day and maybe like you cried a lot. It's just that feeling. Though I haven't cried or anything, it's just like, it's just one of those days after the early mistakes, and it's a really annoying feeling. I'm just like going through the motions at this point than actually caring. I do like how he made that a waterfall. I'm not getting there in time. I'll do like 1 or 2 more golden parsnips if this run fails, but it's like if I get to like 7 or 8 golden parsnips today and I don't have a run, I'm just I'm over it. I have other things I need to do. And to be fair, like odds are, like if I do 3 more golden parsnips, odds are I should get a garden bundle in those parsnips. And it's just like if I don't get a garden bundle in those parsnips, then the run's just telling me to just stop at that point. Oh no. Just a really depressed feeling today for me. It is what it is. Now, I must say, I'm very surprised about the fact that I haven't gotten a run that has had not gotten spring onions. You need to apologize to the Canadians. Ah, yes. That's where I went wrong. It's a joke that I didn't even make. And I said I refrained from myself, but I explained what my thought process was, and then I literally said that that was a not good joke to make, so I decided to not make it, but I still explained it anyways. Depression. Mr. Streamer, what does day 7 look like? I wish I knew. I don't think we're gonna find out what day 7 looks like on this stream, though. Not with how I'm playing and not with how the RNG has been. They drinking. Woo! Uh-huh. Oh boy. Please. Like I can't even like complain though. It's not even like I'm getting bad parsnip RNG in terms of the amount of parsnips I'm getting per reset. Like it's significantly higher than average. But at the same time, because the day has gone so poorly, like just not getting the golden parsnip just feels so much worse. exclamation mark, FAQ. Well, yeah, I need 1 gold parsnip. I don't actually need the golden parsnip itself for anything special, but the golden parsnip tells me things. Gives me foresight, which will be useful. The farmer is a male because I want cookies from the male. Because when you play as a female, your dad sends you 500 gold, your mom sends you 500 gold, and then your dad sends you 30 stone. If you play as a male, your dad sends you, or your mom sends you cookies, your dad sends you 500 gold, and then your mom sends you a pink cake. I want the cookies just in case if I get the children's bundle in the community center because of the 4 bundles, or the 3 of the 4 options that you can get. 2 of them are annoying, which would be cookies, which you can really only get from trash because you don't really want to gift Evelyn early, and or ancient doll, which is just random. So we can make the cookies 100% consistent just by playing as a male. My script that changes the hair is because if I'm playing this game for 16 hours, I want to look at something nicer, so it just randomizes between all the female hairstyles, or more girlish hairstyles. Because when you switch your gender back to being a male, it resets the hair. That's literally just a randomization script to make it better. Hi, my sweet princess. not really letting me know. I already know it does that. I purposely designed it to do that because that's what I wanted to do. I appreciate you, baby girl, for giving me an excuse to end stream early after I get another fish farm bundle from a reset. Apparently Brittany forgot to let you out, but she's going day drinking, so I'm gonna have to let you out here in a bit. So you're probably not gonna enjoy the fact that you're not getting a long walk today. I guess we'll do the 2 mile loop thing though. I wouldn't say major, but there's a lot of smaller changes that add up that would be impossible for me to tell you all of them. A lot of smaller details and just date changes on days that I try to go out. Made them more streamlined. Exact same concept though. And it's honestly deserved that I'm not getting a gold quality parsec with how many I got right at the start of stream. This is the Whiplash. Lovely. I love losing a minute. Oh, it's so much fun. Well, I'm brute forcing a 1 in 21 chance in the first basically 10 minutes of the run, so I don't really get a choice about whether or not I reset the start a majority of the time. But it's mostly just not being behind PB. Unless if I'm behind PB for a reason that I'm willing to accept. No. That's just the start. To put it kind of statistically or averagely, back when I was running this previously, which basically has the same reset constraints for the most part, getting a run to Ginger Island, and getting a run to Ginger Island is basically to the point where RNG is like kind of gone in the most part, where it's like I generally won't reset to RNG. I'll end up resetting to my own mistakes at that point. Takes about a full week of runs to get one run to Ginger Island. And that's honestly probably on the lenient side of taking a full week. Probably closer to a week and a half. It's just RNG's RNG, so it's generally anywhere between a week and 2 weeks it takes me to get a run to Ginger Island. Or a run out of, like, basically the first 3 hours of the run. I generally get a 1 or 2 runs a day that gets past the 1 in 21 chance. And then it's basically whether or not I get the books or not. Takes a week-ish. And, yeah. That week run that I have, where I actually get the proper books, doesn't even mean it's a good run, because I can just make mistakes, and then the run's dead anyways. I mean, I basically took the last month to literally practice. But even if you practice, you're, doesn't mean you're gonna do it right every time, and it doesn't mean other RNG doesn't go wrong. Arguably, Ginger Island's my most confident section, so I'm not really too worried about continuously practicing it. Funny enough, the most strict and basically organized part of the run is Ginger Island. It's very linear. Ginger Island has arguably the least RNG out of every segment of the run. Well, I mean, I guess technically gifting has the least RNG, but like, it's definitely not as RNG heavy as early game. Early game is so RNG loaded in terms of how quick it can be with getting good bundles, good everything, finishing the community center, and then obviously the books, where Ginger Island is just like an actual paradise because it's all skill, essentially. Like, I can get a good run that has all the books, all the RNG that I need. I go to Skull Caverns, I do my Skull Cavern dive, and I get 2 prismatic shards, and the run's just dead. And it's just like, is that even my fault? Like, I broke the average amount of ore where I should see 5 to 6 prismatic shards, and I get 2? Is it my fault? You know? That's just how early game is. Oh man, I got past the 1 in 21 chance in the first 10 minutes, and then I get 3 bad luck days in a row for the mines, and I literally can't play the game anymore. Is it my fault? Purple. Not really. Map of the week is really just degraded my entire will to play Dungeon Defenders. It's actually just so stupid. No. It makes it so I don't want to play unless if it's a specific map of the week, because I feel like it's just worthless to farm anything because I'd rather just wait for the map of the week to happen. And then even if it's a decent map of the week, it's just like, I don't know, I just don't want to play. Like, Wintermire is fine, and last week was also fine, but it's like, I got a 67k Griffin on the third run, and it's just like, I don't care to play anymore. Because I got a pet that I don't really care to beat. So, and I don't really want to armor farm on the map because it's an annoying armor farm. And it's like, the only thing I really would care to farm on Wintermire would be to farm armor, which is frankly boring. And or turkey on the treadmills, which I just don't need. Like, I don't care to farm a sea elephant because I don't do boss rush. So it's just like, it's a worthless map of the week for me. And I don't want to play the game because if I'm gonna play, I don't really want to play the map unless if it's the map of the week. I did 3 runs. I got 2++ Griffins, one with like 420 upgrades and the other one with 475 and a good base. So 67k on the third run. I don't really care to farm for a 70, so I don't care. Get in and get out. I'll do one more gold parsnip. But yeah, no, map of the week essentially killed the game for me. Or at least any drive to play it in the recent times. Obviously, if there's a map of the week of a map that I like and want to play, I'll play it. Like, I specifically am waiting for Emerald City because I really need to farm a Aura Sphere from that map specifically to complete my Aura Monk look. And then, obviously, Emerald Staffs are fun. And then any of, like, you know, the fun map, or the fun multiplayer maps, like, Poly, Tavern Incursion, and Love Machine. I would probably play that week. I guess the only other exception would be, like, the S++ tier armor farm maps, like Infested. Infested, I would play Royal Gardens because I enjoy Royal Gardens. That type of stuff. But no, map of the week otherwise completely ruined the game in my opinion. Because what's the point of like picking something fun to farm when you know that once it rotates to map of the week, somebody's just going to get a 10 times better drop than you could have farmed the entire time for. Just look at Benny. Benny literally has the most ungodly amount of hours in Livestream Hollow, and literally day 1 of Livestream Hollow dropped 3 people beat his best Griffin. 3 people beat his best Griffin on day 1 of that map, being map of the week. And he literally has hundreds of hours on that map. Like, how demotivating is that? The same thing with cats. while Caesar is definitely much more into the map than everybody else, literally when it was map of the week, like there was two 220 cats dropped, and what's the best Caesar has farmed in all his playtime? It just like completely kills that, in my opinion. Like, obviously people can have different opinions, but it's like, why would I want to pick a niche farm, which is basically the entire point of the game at this point because of how old it is, and just like you can do everything with pretty low grade items. So it's like you just pick a niche farm and farm it, and farm what you enjoy, and try to get the best item out of everybody, essentially. But it doesn't matter when map of the week comes around, because that means everybody's just gonna like farm it for at least a little bit, and of all the people who are gonna farm it for at least a little bit, somebody's going to get a better item than you. Adding a reset counter to stuff like this is extremely degrading. It is like, I don't know why it is such a common ask, but it's like extremely degrading and demotivating to see. Oh man, I've reset parsnips 40 times this stream. Wow, and I don't have a run. That's such a cool thing to show on stream, and just know I've done 40 resets and I have nothing to show for it. What a cool thing to add to stream. Can't we talking about Dungeon Defenders, the original? Think of it as like RuneScape in a way. It's just an old like farming game that you just mindlessly play. It's just there. But yeah. Then, like, context to what map of the week is, basically every week it switches what the map of the week is, and that map has double drops for the week, which is actually crazy for the game. And they added it somewhat recently, like a little over a month ago, and it had mixed receptions. It only made like half of the high geared players quit. Only half, you know, just a core member of your player base. And it's one map per week, and there's literally like hundreds of there's like over 100 maps. Like, I like the, I don't know. I understand the concept, and it could be fun, but it literally just had to be tied to events instead of actually a map of the week, because it needs to be long enough apart where people don't feel like they can just wait for their map to show up and then just play that week's map. Or, you know, obviously like tied to an event, so it's like it gets everybody farming the same map for the week instead of like the fragmented stuff that it was cool that it was, because it is cool to farm with a group and, like, you know, see who can get the best drop in like the week time frame or whatever. But it's like some of the maps are kind of just useless and no one really cares to farm them, and then the other half are just waiting for a good week or a really good map of the week. It's just like whatever. Spot one. I understand the thought process behind it though, because like in reality the reason why I think the way that I think with this is because it's like, oh, I'm looking at it from like a true mid-maxer's point of view, where it's like, oh wow, I shouldn't play unless specifically I'm like, I should only play map of the week. There's no reason to not play anything other than map of the week because it's double drops. But in reality, that's like a min-maxer's dilemma, where you could think of it as a, oh, it's just a bonus. Like, you can continue playing and just farming for your items, but if it just so happens to be like a good map of the week, you should play that instead, right? Like, that could be like the thought process behind it. And like, that makes sense, and there are people who think that way, but like, if you're, you know, if you're looking for a mid-max play style, which is generally the play style that I enjoy doing, if it's not obvious I speedrun and do stuff, what's the point of playing it when it's not map of the week? And it's like, okay, but it's like, it might take forever to rotate into a map of the week that you want to do. Yeah, that's fine. It's called I can play a different game. Crazy how that works. So it's crazy that the people who don't like the map of the week and are waiting for like the broken maps of the week or the meta maps of the week are not playing. And then I bet you as soon as one of the multiplayer DPS farm maps comes into map rotation, they're going to come back, play for a week, and farm that map, and then not play again until another map shows up that is useful. Because why would I bother playing the game when I can wait until the map of the week is a good map and play a different game in the meantime? I'm not locked down to playing the same game the entire time. It just did, yeah. You gotta understand like it from that point of view. And I feel like developers do not understand it from that point of view, and they're acting like, oh, you should only view it as like, oh, it's just a bonus. I can get journal whenever. Huge thing. And that's more of the issue, is that it's not being treated the way that it should, or from different points of views. Silvers would only matter for spot 14, 15 golds. The silver ranges are too large. It's an interesting developer problem. It's about game design in a way. That's just why I can like talk about it and just be like whatever about it. Again, I'm like not fully against the idea of having like a double drop map every so often, but it can't be like a weekly thing. And that's where I think it's wrong. Is it being a weekly thing? Because it being a weekly thing means like from my perspective, oh, I can just wait for a good week. Where if it was a monthly thing, it's like, oh, there's over 100 maps. I would literally have to wait years for a good map. So then it would be a sweet treat. In that regards. But because it's weekly, it's not really. Sure, it could still take a full year for a good map, or for the specific map that you're looking for. But again, because I'm more of a meta farmer and or popularity farmer, they're going to more than likely put the meta maps as map of the week because it would get more people to play. Because it's not just totally random, they kind of pick and choose it. Like, right now, it's a winter map. And I wouldn't be surprised if we get another winter map next week. It's the same way how in October, it was a Halloween map. And for Thanksgiving, it was a Thanksgiving map, you know? Which is funny as I say that, because one of the meme pets that I do want to farm is on a Christmas map. So I'm like low key hoping that we get Frostdale next week or the week after. Ideally the week after, because I'm gone most of next week. There's a rat pet, a pack rat pet, which is like kind of a joke of an item, but it's a really funny pet. Because the more of the same type of pet, or the more of the pack rats you have on the field, the more damage they do. So it's oh, I just killed the run. I forgot to water. I'm on autopilot. I think I'm just gonna be done for the day. It doesn't matter. I would have lost like a full fucking minute to this. The crops won't grow up in time. You know, I literally said earlier today I haven't had a run die to spring onions, but of course I get a run that died to spring onions. It's okay. I'm not focused today. I was never gonna get a good run. I mean, I guess I can harvest it on the 9th. Or on the 10th. It doesn't matter that much. We just have one less day to get a good luck day. Fuck it. I can run it. We just have one less day. No biggie. That's also assuming I get garden bundle here. But obviously, because I didn't get spring onions on the first try, I'm losing a minute to this. I'm obviously going to get a garden bundle here, so the game keeps me in and forces me to play the game. Oh, it's not. Oh, well. Yeah, I mean, I would play it till you need to go potty. Again, I have to let Hazel out, so I have a kind of more of an excuse other than a mental reset, but I'm just done for today. I'm out of it. I'm not focused. I threw my only 2 runs that I possibly could have played today. I'm playing like shit. I'm distracted. And yeah. And then I also need to let that baby girl out, who kind of just... To go potty. Needs to go potty. The chat. I'm gonna peace. Sorry for the depressing stream. It is what it is. But yeah. Hopefully, I should be on tomorrow. Hopefully, it's less depressing. Hopefully, I'm more focused and whatnot. I'm just out of it today. Days are like that. Some days are better than others. You just gotta understand that. Really let it annoy me. Hazel, let me end stream, please. Do not do this. Whatever. I'm gonna peace. So. Again, I do appreciate you guys watching, appreciate you guys dealing with my shit today. I know today probably wasn't the best stream, but it is what it is. But yeah, other than that, I'll be on tomorrow. Hopefully it goes better. Other than that, hope you guys have a great rest of your day, great rest of your Saturday. Enjoy your weekend. Stay safe out there, and just